What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Syndicate. Outer Exodus here. Now, as you all probably know just from watching any video on my channel, I am a total sci-fi nerd. I basically live and breathe anything sci-fi. Star Wars, Star Trek, Babylon 5, Battlestar Galactica, any sci-fi game, you name it, I breathe it. So, I've put together a list of my 10 most looking forward to upcoming sci-fi genre games. So I hope you guys might agree with some of the list that I have here. And if you don't, please let me know down in the comment section. And I don't know, maybe my list will change based on something you like. But here they are. Coming in at number 10 is Titanfall 2. Being developed by Respawn Entertainment, due out October 28th, 2016 on PC, PS4, and Xbox. Now, the first Titanfall was strictly for Xbox One as a release title. Now, this new Titanfall is going to offer a lot more Titans, they say, far expanded customization options for both your Titan and your character, including different weapon abilities, different weapon additions, and different internal workings of the Titans. Now, Titanfall 2 is going to have a huge feature that kept me from really liking Titanfall 1. They're adding a single-player campaign. Now, in this single-player campaign, you will play as a soldier kind of stranded behind enemy lines, and you encounter a mech. And throughout the single-player campaign, you will be exploring the intricate relationship between pilot and Titan. This looks to be a very good addition to the series, probably something I will enjoy much more than the first Titanfall, since it just kind of, without a story behind it, it just had no meaning in my opinion. So look forward to this, due out October 28th of this year on PC, PS4, and Xbox. Next up as number 9 is No Man's Sky. Now, unless you've been hiding under a rock the past year or so, you've probably heard some of this game. A procedurally generated universe. Basically, you're gonna have trillions of stars to explore, so they claim. Near infinite universe. Everything will be procedurally generated, including NPC starships, aliens, you name it. You'll be able to supposedly find it. You also gonna have the interesting ability to name. If you find something for the first time and you're that first person, you can name it. Now, this is probably gonna give a rise to very, how shall we say, immature names from a lot of people, but that's part of the fun. You get to just name it whatever you want. You can find structures, aliens. You know, it's just an open world. You get to explore and go to your heart's content. This is being developed by Hello Games for PC and PS4. And one of the recent things we found out about it is they're going to have a bit of a backstory hidden within the game. You can find certain ancient structures, buildings, ruins, etc. that can depict kind of an ancient tale about why things are the way they are in the universe. Now, it's not saying that there's a technical campaign, but you get to explore a little bit of the lore behind the universe. Now, the reason this is number 9 and not any higher on my list is, yes, it's multiplayer, but not really. The universe is going to be so expansive that good luck trying to ever find someone. Now, this is a purposeful decision by the game designers, and one that I completely respect. However, me being me, not being able to fly around and view these beautiful scenes with my friends just detracts a little bit from the game. I'm sure I'm not alone, but there are a lot of people that are looking forward to this game, and I am still one of them. So look for this, coming out August 9th of this year. Number 8 brings us to Horizon Zero Dawn, being developed by Guerrilla Games and released by Sony Computer Entertainment, due out February 28th of next year for the PS4 exclusively. This will be another open world game. Humanity has basically fallen. post-apocalyptic world, as a lot of games do recently. The only difference is this world is inhabited by robots. Yes, the machines are the new masters of the world. Humanity is dying off and living in primitive communities in a tribal existence. Some extremely primitive and some more advanced than others. In this game, you'll play as Aloy, a woman who's lost her tribe, and you unravel the secrets of the past of why this world has become the way it has, where the machines came from, and what to do now. Now, the cool thing about the combat in this game is it looks like the robots will have destructible armor. Every piece on the robot looks like it can be damaged in some way, and indeed, you need to damage it enough and in the right places to be able to reveal the core of these machines to take one down. Now, that hasn't been something we've exactly seen in an open world game such as this when compared to others, such as Watch Dogs or the Assassin's Creed series. I'm looking forward to this. It absolutely looks beautiful. They've got the level of detail down just right for the consoles, and it's going to look wonderful. So expect this out next year. Hopefully they'll have a beta before then so we can all give it a little bit of a try, and I look forward to slaughtering some robots. Bringing up the number 7 spot on my list is Final Fantasy XV by Square Enix, due out September 30th on both PS4 and Xbox One. Now, it's been a little while since we've had a good single-player Final Fantasy experience. I, for one, am very much looking forward to it. I haven't had a real good Final Fantasy I've truly enjoyed since Final Fantasy X. So this is definitely on my list of must-plays. Now, in Final Fantasy XV, you will play as Noctis, the Crown Prince of the Kingdom of Lucis. You have lost your homeland while on your way to get married to your betrothed. In the game, you will be looking to reclaim your homeland, and as a difference from other Final Fantasies, the battles are more of an active experience, almost Kingdom Hearts style combat. It's going to be in an open world, so it'll be interesting to see how they mesh classic Final Fantasy with more of an open world feel. I'm really hoping that they don't simply do, checkpoints where this is where the mission is, this is where you have to go to do it. And I hope they can integrate, the game and the open world and the story a little bit better than most open world games have recently. Usually it just turns into go here, complete this mission, capture said person, destroy said whatever. And then you just go around going through different hotspots, and the open world is basically small areas of action mixed with great big open areas of travel. So hopefully they have merged that really well in Final Fantasy XV, as it's been a while since we've had a good one. So I'm keeping my hopes up for this title, and I hope you can check it out as well. Number 6 on our list is, ironically, Civilization 6 by Firaxis Games, due out October 21st for the PC. Civilization 6 is looking to continue the hex-based empire builder that was Civilization 5, and to a lesser favorite extent, Civilization Beyond Earth. Civilization 6 looks like it's going to bring us a much more dynamic diplomacy, giving more options than any previous Civilization installment. They are looking to expand on the 1 unit per tile combat. Instead of having a massive stack of units all attacking at once, 1 unit per tile means that, simply that, 1 unit per tile. You won't have a stack. However, they're expanding on it. You'll be able to build support units. Say you're in the modern era and you have a tank. A support unit could theoretically be an artillery unit or a mechanized unit, and so on and so forth. So it gives a little bit more depth to the 1 unit per tile approach of combat that Civilization 6 is bringing you. In addition to that, they're bringing a beautiful new style. This definitely looks just gorgeous when you look at the new cities, the new landmarks, and the new units that they're bringing in Civilization 6. So keep an eye on this one. I definitely will be as well. Planet Nomads brings us to number 5, being developed by Crane Balls for the PC, due, well, whenever it's done. Currently, they have a simple builder released where you can build different vehicles. You can't use them yet in the released version. But when they do release it, it will add to the large list of open world games that are currently on the market. Planet Nomads is shooting for realistic physics, including something that similar games such as Space Engineers and Empyrean, I don't know, my pronunciation is way off when it comes to that one. But Planet Nomads is going for tension in your builds, meaning if you build, let's say, a four-wheel vehicle that has 50 feet in the middle between the sets of wheels, well, the tension's going to break your model apart. You got to take stress on the frame into consideration in all of your builds. It's a very interesting take on this open world build whatever you want sort of sci-fi genre game. So looking forward to how they integrate that. Now they're claiming they will also have procedurally generated planets along with No Man's Sky, and you will start by crash landing on a planet and having to survive, find what you can from there. And similarly with Space Engineers, you will be mining, gathering resources, and fending off the local wildlife. If you can. So it'll eventually evolve into base building, car building, plane building, spaceship building, and animal fending offing. Whichever one you like best. Next up is the continuation of the Halo saga with Halo Wars 2 by 343 Industries and mostly Creative Assembly. Having the studio behind the Total War series doing Halo Wars 2 has definitely piqued my interest. I don't know, I think they might be able to bring a newer approach to the first Halo Wars, which opened kind of slowly, and Halo Wars eventually gained more traction and more fans the longer it was out and became a fan favorite. So with Halo Wars 2, it's due out February next year on PC and Xbox. They are doing away with most, if not all, of the older actors from Halo Wars. They have new actors coming in, and it will be a continuation-ish of Halo Wars. So, they will have new units, new game modes for multiplayer, and a brand new storyline taking place closer to modern Halo timelines. Definitely looking forward to Halo Wars 2, and to bring more Gauss cannon fire to more grunts. I just love how their little backpacks explode and they scream and water. Yeah, what? That's inhumane? They're not human. Coming in at number 3 is Mark Hamill! Wait, that's not the name of it? Oh, Star Citizen. Right, Star Citizen is number 3, being developed by Robert Space Industries, the same guy who brought us the wonderful old-school Wing Commander games, and a slightly less than good movie. However, the Wing Commander games were brilliant. So, Mark Hamill. Yes, Mark Hamill will be voicing one of the characters in the single-player module of Star Citizen called Squadron 42 that was supposedly coming out sometime this fall at first, and then not, and then... yeah. Well, Star Citizen has yet to meet a single release date that it has set for itself. On one hand, that's annoying to everybody who donated to the record-breaking Kickstarter that Star Citizen had. On the other hand, we're not getting crap releases like most modern-day publishers push out when a game isn't finished. So, as you can guess, Star Citizen is due whenever it's ready. So far, they do have the Crusader system already released. A star system having planets, stations, and moons that you can explore, find random encounters, have 8 missions, and 20 plus random encounters, as I said. They do also have kind of a first-person shooter module built into this Crusader system, with certain areas where you can go and seamlessly go from flying a ship around to shooting it up in a first-person game. Now, eventually they will have a large universe with all custom-built locations. This is not going to be a procedurally generated game. They will have specifically built planets and specifically built locations where you can explore, find missions, basically build your own destiny. We haven't had a game similar to this since, I would probably say, Star Wars Galaxies, where you can be whatever you want, be the character you want, and then go out into the universe and be that character. EVE Online comes close, but... And then there's the Old Republic that was nothing what people were expecting. However, Squadron 42, the single-player module, will boast the voice talents of people such as Gary Oldman, as I said, Mark Hamill, John Rhys Davies, Andy Serkis, and Gillian Anderson, just to name a few. So, Star Citizen is definitely one of the games I am looking most forward to. However, make sure you have a very good computer in order to try to play it. It is rather rig heavy. So, buy your computer, then buy Star Citizen. Our runner-up game is Dual Universe, being developed and published by Novacorp. For PC, do another one of those whenever it's ready. Now, we first really started hearing anything about this at E3 this year, and with the video they released, it's a very, very enormous undertaking. They're going for a single shard, procedurally generated universe that you can create whatever you want via voxel-style building. No one has tried yet to do anything that's single shard. As anyone who plays MMOs know, if you're going to link up with a friend, you might have to change from one instance of the game to another, or they have public areas where everybody goes, and when you leave that room or public area, it swaps you to your own instance of that game. So Dual Universe is definitely going to push the limits of what their network can handle. Now, from what we know, you will start out in kind of a central area with low technology, and you'll build and stake claims as you go out and explore. You can build whatever you want. Cities, ships, stations, you name it. You'll start from a central hub and expand and explore. And they're going to have very long real-time traveling, at least at the beginning of the game when your technology isn't as high as it could be. So if you want to, let's say, go to the next system, you'll have to possibly send a probe first. That probe might take up to a week of real time to get from your starter system to that next system. Meanwhile, you'll be expanding your city, claiming land, building buildings, mining, getting resources, trading, all with players in a single shard universe. It's very ambitious what they're trying to do. Now, there was a little bit of controversy when it was realized that all of their ships, actually, in their trailer that they put out at E3, were near copies of ships off of TurboSquid. However, they shot down any of those rumors when they came out with a second video demonstrating their voxel-style building, and it looks amazing. This universe, in Dual Universe, is going to be one of the most ambitious projects of our time, so keep an eye on it and keep your fingers crossed, as I do, that they can do what they say they're going to do. Ba, 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 ba. Number one, the winner of our list. I had to do it because I absolutely adore this series, is Mass Effect Andromeda. I haven't looked as forward to a game as this since Mass Effect 3, in all honesty. Again, being developed by BioWare, and it's due out early 2017. It looks... well, it doesn't look like much yet. They haven't released too much information on it yet. However, what they have released is that it's set long after Mass Effect 3, and the ending of Mass Effect 3 doesn't really matter. Now, when I first read that, I was really confused and kind of pissed off because, yes, the ending of Mass Effect 3 sucked, but it was kind of the culmination of 3 whole games of storyline that I helped effect. However, they said they've written Mass Effect Andromeda in a way that no matter how Mass Effect 3 ended, it doesn't matter to this new galaxy that you're in. This new galaxy being the Andromeda galaxy. So I'm very curious to see how they've set that up. Now in Mass Effect Andromeda, you will explore, set up colonies, pave way for human expansion, go where no man has gone before, to quote, Star Trek. But you'll see similar faces, similar species, brand new species, and it's the return of a Mako-style vehicle, which I'm looking forward to. Just the fact that they're continuing the Mass Effect universe has me giddy like a little schoolgirl, because Mass Effect 3 was my favorite game, except for the last 10 minutes. The last 10 minutes sucked, but especially their DLCs for it just brought the whole series together and wrapped it up in a tiny little pretty bow. I mean, Manly's suit of armor that you used to kill Rachni. Yeah. But yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda, biggest game I'm looking forward to that's coming up. And let me know if you agree, if you disagree. So if you saw the game that you like, great. If there's a game I missed that you think I should have had on this list, let me know. And we'll see you next time. Outer Exodus, out.